We're live.
Oh, we're live.
We're live. We're live. Welcome to Queer Conversations. I'm your host, G of Vero TV. I'm here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST, sharing LGBTQ and ally stories. My guest today is actually a guest who came a few months ago. Welcome back. This is Jerusha Stewart.
Hello.
Hello.
Shining stars. Great to see everyone.
Yes, everybody was so excited when you were here back in, I think it was May, maybe?
Yes, before the last film festival.
Right. So you do the Vero
Beach Wine and Film Festival.
Yes,
the only wine and film festival outside of California wine country.
Wow, wonderful. And tell us a little bit about how the event went back in June.
Oh my gosh, it was over the top fabulousness. We had our largest attendance ever.
Wow.
Our guest, our Life Worth Living Legend Award honoree, was George Takei.
Nice.
He fested with us the entire weekend,
Nice.
all 4 days, watched films, signed autographs, signed passes, had a brilliant time.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, what did you do the day after your event ended?
Slept.
Okay.
No. You're
No.
still high. You're
that's
still
what
so much energy.
I asked that. So I do Thou Art Woman, and I've done it as a one-nighter, and now I'm doing a 3-day weekend in March.
Wow.
And I've already thought it's March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm like, what do I do on March 4th? Do I go to the ocean, for example? Do I stay? What do I do? Meaning, because I've been put so much energy.
Yeah.
So much energy, and I know you put a lot of energy. And how do you handle the days after?
Well, I had several guests. My sister came out from Hawaii, so it was great having family.
Nice.
My best friend from California. So you're still in that festing mode, that high energy mode.
You're still up there a little.
You're still up there.
Yeah.
So you want to stay up there as long as you can to kind of enjoy it.
Okay, yes.
Because it's like a wedding. That's the time,
so
right?
it's kind of. Are you saying you have like a honeymoon period?
Right. Before you start planning the next one.
Right. So now, and I noticed that. So that was June 2019, and you have your dates for 2020.
Yes. So June 6th through the 9th.
Okay.
Of 2019. The film festival is always the second weekend in June.
Okay, great. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Julianne, I'm glad you're here. She said she loves your energy, and yes, you have great energy. I remember that from last time.
And I love to share.
She loves to share. So she's actually doing, in addition to the wine festival, film and wine festival, and we'll go back to talk a little bit more about that. But you're doing something with sharing your strategy on success, right?
Yes, I am your superstar success strategist.
Okay, superstar success strategist. What is that?
So that is for all of you shining stars out there who want to soar.
Oh, nice.
I am here to assist you in reaching your greatest heights.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, great. How do you do that?
So I do that by walking you through a program that's been very successful for me, sharing my tools and my techniques that'll have you find your success quickly, easily.
Good. That's wonderful.
Go.
I love that. It's funny, I was just talking to somebody in Jamaica who's working on doing something very similar for the LGBT community. So I love that, So you're giving people direction and so on. How involved is the program?
Well, it can be one-on-one. I also have been doing keynote speaking. So it's at whatever level you want to access.
Okay.
I'm here for you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So anybody has any, hey Anne-Marie, thanks for joining. Anybody has any questions or any comments, please feel free to please feel free to ask questions today. We have Jerusha here with us for 30 minutes, and you can pretty much ask her anything. So what inspired you to actually do the success, to help other people?
So in the process of building the film festival, this is our 4th year.
Okay, congrats. How many days is it?
It's 4 days.
4 days.
Thursday through Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Yes, it is the most incredible time you will ever have. In June.
Okay.
Probably all year long. And
Yes.
it's amazing because you can't consume all the wine, the films, the food, the experience that there is to offer. So in putting all that together and seeing how successful it was not just for me, but for my team and the volunteers and the partners. So many people ask me, how are you able to achieve the results that you got in such a short period of time?
Great.
We became a top 100 film festival our first year.
Wow.
So out of over 7,000 film festivals worldwide, we're voted in the top 1.5%. And, and that's given the fact that 40% of film festivals never make it past the first year.
Wow. So you guys are really rocking it.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. So Jodianne asked, greatest success story for your program. And David says, hi David Muir, thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting us. So great. So this, you just started, do you have clients or you're just starting?
Well, I've also worked with the Indian River Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So they're a top 6 Habitat for Humanity worldwide. And I'm very proud of being able to help them shift into their new brand presence. So that was very fulfilling, reshape their marketing materials, bring on board, they brought on board a new development and outreach coordinator that I work very closely with, and now I am working with them to plan future events.
Okay, good. So this sounds great.
So it's something in my wheelhouse that I'm able to offer to others, to be able to say, hey, what are you about? And let's produce that signature program or signature product or signature
service.
Taking
some of the skills that you're learning from doing your film festival, helping entities and individuals.
Correct.
Okay, great. And so let's see here. Can we put the link of, if someone wants to learn more about you as a strategist and reach out? I know there's a link there.
JerushaStewart.com. Really easy, first and last name all together.
Okay, and David will drop it in there for us. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you want to reach out to Jerusha to learn more about what she's doing with helping people with strategy, reach out to her. And if you want to learn about there it is. Thank you so much. And the film, and we'll talk more about the film festival. The film festival is coming up in June, right?
June 6th through the 9th.
And there's going to be an opportunity for people to submit their work, right?
Right now.
Oh,
missions are open now.
You're not playing. So funny, I'm going to say. So I have Thou Art Woman in March, and people are like, wow, it's so early. And I'm like, no, it's not. So I'm doing an art submission now for people who are going to be visual artists in the show. So we're doing that. So I'm going to share that as well. But it's when you're on this side of things, you have to. This is the way you have to do it.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes people out here are saying, "Well,
you're so far out."
Yeah, right. No, it's not. So, but you're really far out because we're in November and you're planning for June. So, okay, people can submit their films now. When's the deadline?
So our next deadline will be Monday, January 19th.
Wow.
So film festivals, we have several deadlines for filmmakers. We have an early deadline. Our regular deadline is coming up next in January. Okay. I encourage everyone to get your films in early. The earlier you get your film in, the better chance, of acceptance, because we're getting more films all the time. And we can't accept all the films, of course, that are submitted.
And are these are short films?
So we accept in several categories. We have feature, we have feature documentary, so those are the full-length feature films, as well as shorts. Okay. And this year we have a comedy shorts category, a documentary shorts category, and an animated shorts category.
Okay. And I see a question here, and then after this question I want to get into that you're going to be doing something particularly for the LGBT community. So, but Jodianne, why is it that film festivals don't last? So do you know why? You said some don't get past the first year. Why is that?
Wow. There are so many moving parts. Our film festival, people say all the time, 10,000 moving parts. We've got 10 different venues. It could be the complexity of what you're building. It could also be the fact that a lot of them are started by filmmakers. Okay. So that may not necessarily be a skill set that they have in their wheelhouse. Yes. So it's an opportunity to partner. I love film festivals because of the passion of the filmmakers.
So you don't. So let's stop for a second. So you don't make films.
I don't make films. That's right. That's not my wheelhouse.
It's not. And do you have any training in the filmmaking industry, or as a film? Are you connected to film other than I want to do the film festival?
Well, interestingly enough, I do happen to have an IMBD credit for a film that was shown at Sundance.
Okay.
And
so tell me what that means, because I've seen it. But
so that means, all right. So that means that I've actually been in a film.
You've been in a film
that had Screen Actors Guild, stamp. Yes. And you get a credit as not even working actor, actress, but recognized in a film credit.
Right. So, okay, so that's great. But what I do like is that you're saying in some ways it's good that you're not actually a part of that actual, not this community, but meaning of that people with that skill set who they need to focus on making a movie.
Right. Well, and I need to focus on putting together a festival experience.
You're creating the space.
I'm creating the space. Yeah. My job is to connect the artist with their audience in the best way possible so that their message is communicated.
Okay. So I so relate to this.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, because so the other day, I've been doing like going to different places and doing pop-ups for Thou Art Woman. Mm-hmm. Thou Art Woman does a lot of poetry. So someone's like, "You gonna do a poem?" And I'm like, "Well, like I can, but I'm not a poet. Like, because anybody can write a poem." So I was like, "No." They're like, "You're an artist." I'm like, "Well, I'm a writer." But so I was just trying to explain to people like, so I produce the show. It has an art exhibit. I'm not an artist, and it has open mic performance. I can perform. But it's not about that. But it's about me creating the space for people to make it occur.
Right. We're the producers.
Yes. Yeah, we're the producers. Yes. Let's do it again. Come on. What? Exactly. So we're the producers. So congratulations. That's great.
And you as well.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm loving this because I'm getting some kind of like, some things that I'm relating to as I'm doing a bigger event. So I'm appreciating.
Yes, because this is your first big event.
Like big event,
right?
I've done standalone, 10 of them, one-nighters, which is a big difference from the 3-day, right?
And the big difference.
Did you start with a 3-day?
No, I started with the 3-day, which then morphed into the 4-day. So my big moment with planning of the film festival and creating it was that first year, waking up one night in the middle of the night and thinking, you couldn't just have one venue. It's the first year. You couldn't just have a film festival in one venue. Oh no, you've got to go big or go home. So you've got 10 venues.
Wow, that's how you did it.
Yes. 10 venues, 59 films the first year.
Wow. 10 venues, 59. So you did events before this. Did you do events before this?
I did.
Okay, good. I need to hear that.
You need to, yeah. If you ask my friends, they'll say, you were an event. When you were a little kid growing up in Hawaii, you were the event.
You were I love that.
And I tell, with my work as the superstar success strategist, that's pretty much what I focus on, is what was your passion as a child?
Yes.
What I'm looking for, what the space I'm creating is for you to be able to profit from your passion.
Oh yeah, that's how it should be.
So that's how it should be.
Yes.
And it's not a case
of
looking for
profit from your passion.
Profit from your passion, and yes, it's the title of my talk and my trainings, because this is not a thing of where you're looking for your passion or it's something you need to discover. Mm-hmm. It's in you, or it's something that you will nurture and grow. But most of us have kind of put it to the side or not tapped into it in a way that serves us.
Well, yeah, I think what happens is that there's this whole mainstream stream of thought of get a traditional job. It doesn't have to tie to who you are and what you do. You need to make a living. So a lot of people, if you think about it, a lot of people are going to just go into what's going to pay the bills. And at some point they're like, I'm not really happy with this, but I'm paying my bills. And so I don't know if most people on this planet get to really look at what their passions are. You know? I don't think most people do.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So exactly, and encouraging people to live their passions at any point, right? Because you could be 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and it doesn't have to end with 5. But you could be like
66.
You can be like 72. And you can decide that this is it for you. You're going to start to live your passion, right?
And you can live your passion not just in your work, but in any phase of your life.
Okay,
So you can live your passion in your leisure time.
Yes.
You could live your passion with your friends and family. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. We've kind of always pigeonholed this idea of passion, where it has to have something to do with find your bliss and your work. Why? Just be your passion.
Be your passion.
Just be your passion.
Right. What about people who say, and you said, so someone here had said she loves you. I want to acknowledge, David, can you see who that was? Someone with 3 names said, oh, I love Jerusha. Did you see that?
I love you too.
Yes.
Jessica Mariah Amparo.
You know Jessica?
I know Jessica.
She said hi.
Hi, Jessica. Thanks
hi.
for joining
Yeah.
us. She's a superstar.
Superstar. Love
Yeah,
that.
that's one of.
Yeah.
She's a shining star.
Yes, yes. Okay, good. And she's loving you as a shining star as well. Yes. Oh, love this. Jody Ann says this speaks to her soul. So that's what Jerusha does. That's why you have the program.
That's why we have the program.
So my
that's
thing is this. So you have to put a lot of energy into doing your film festival, but then you're also putting energy into helping other people build like on their dreams. Time and space, how do you balance it?
Who says it has to balance?
It doesn't have to balance.
I think that's another conversation we should have sometime.
Okay, it doesn't have to
this
balance.
idea of balance.
Okay.
How it could just be.
Okay.
You know, I think of not so much balance as I do flow.
Flow.
You know, let's talk about flow.
Yes.
Because flow is something that can power you and your ideas through your life. It makes it easier for you to be. It's non-judgmental.
Right.
You're just in it.
You're there.
You're there.
Yes.
And when you are fueled, when you're powered up with passion, whether it's and that's the other thing. Passion can change from moment to moment.
Of course, yeah.
Right? So you could be passionate about your work in this moment, passionate about your love in this moment, passionate about that new vacation you're going to take in the next moment. Yes. It's not a static quantity.
Right. Yeah, it does shift.
And I think when people talk about balance, they start to get kind of judgmental about their life.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I definitely have this sense of a balancing act, making sure that I can be an outstanding mom to my sons from their little and as they grow into young men, be available to my community, right? All the things that I want to do for myself, going to the gym.
So I think it's more like if you are right now in this moment, I am being a terrific mom and I am loving this.
Yes.
Then forget about balance.
Just
where is balance?
Yeah.
Has no place in that conversation.
Yes. So Jody Ann does a show as well. I'm laughing because she says, I like her, G. May have to steal her for my end year show. Get folks right for the new year. I think that's a great idea.
That is
She would love to join you.
I would, yes.
Yeah, because you have the great energy and a great message. And I think it's important, like she's saying, towards the end of the year. I think it's just a great time. Not everybody agrees, but I feel strongly as the new year comes to feel more motivated to make some changes in my life. I've been able to make massive changes, and that just changed from December 31st to January 1st. I
love that.
Many times in my life, I've done it. It's like, I'm going to do it. Some people say, oh, New Year's resolutions don't matter. I have done it, and so I think it's a good time at the end of the year. Yes, Jody, you can get,
hey, Jody, I'm there.
Yeah, link her a plan, give her a plan, and she'll come on down. And you live up in, do you live
I live in Vero Beach.
But she'll come on down. How long was
travel.
How long was that trip?
Does it matter? Right. I got here.
Exactly. She got here. It took her 12 hours, but she's here.
But I'm here.
Yeah, I'm joking. So yeah, that is great. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about, from the LGBTQ perspective, what you're looking for, who should apply, and what kind of stories and so on.
So the reason I'm here is because the film festival theme, a wide lens on life.
Okay.
A life worth living. And one of the things we pride ourselves on is presenting a diversity of experience.
Great, yes.
Another thing is we've learned that in the film festival environment, a lot of people don't necessarily know where to engage with the film festival. It's for 4 days.
What do I do?
What do I do? It seems like a huge commitment.
Right.
So this year we're actually introducing mini-fest programming within the context of the 4 days.
Okay.
So what we want to do is showcase a group of LGBTQ films. Okay. Not necessarily, the subject matter doesn't necessarily have to be about that experience.
But it's somebody who is from that community.
Right, we would like to give voice to that community.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I love that.
Yes, I love it too, because at last year's film festival with George Takei on stage, opening night, telling his story in the most heartfelt, vulnerable, open, revealing way, and our audience so loved it. After what happened days after June 10th, 11th, 12th was me getting text messages and calls about how much they appreciated hearing George Takei's story.
Wonderful, yes.
So I want to have a film festival which brings that diversity, which is so inclusive.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I think
in
it's so
our
important.
community.
Thank you. So LGBTQ filmmakers, You got 1310 Bandits, who's right here in this building and throughout South Florida. And I know there's a lot of filmmakers, and it doesn't matter where you are, anywhere in the country or world.
It can be anywhere in the world. In fact, right now, so filmmakers, that's another thing. Even if you don't make a film, if you know of a film, someone just recently sent me a text message about a film, Senorita Maria, about a transgender in Colombia, who's in a very conservative Catholic little village who chooses to wear skirts because they're more comfortable, and the reaction of her community to that experience. So we are looking for films worldwide. I just looked at Andre Talley, you know, the major fashion, who went from the Jim Crow South to the catwalk as one of the top tastemakers, right? So that's another perspective of the gay experience that we would bring to the festival.
Yes, I love that. So anybody, share with your friends, share this conversation, like this page, Vero GTV, also like it on Instagram. And anybody you know who's into film, wherever you are in the world, Facebook is all over the world, right? I think we're in every country. I own Facebook, but
yes, we do own Facebook,
right? I want to see my dividends, but But anyway, so share this conversation and the link. Do we drop the link for
Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival.com?
Okay.
You go to our site, click on the submit button. We are on Facebook, Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival.com. We're also on filmfreeway.com.
Okay, great.
Just put in Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival, submit, and it'll take you where you need to go.
So your event ended June?
The last one?
4th, right?
No, last one was June 8th through the 10th.
8th through the 10th. When did you start planning the one for 2019?
June 11th.
Okay, yeah.
But what's really cool?
So, hold on. So just flow, no balance.
It's
just flow.
We are planning 2020 now.
Wow. Okay.
Because the film festival, it'll be our 5th year.
Okay.
So
you kind of layer it up.
So you kind of layer up because you want to keep building the experience and have it richer and richer. Yeah. And we're making so many connections now in so many different communities that want to be a part of the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival. So no.
Okay.
You're always in flow.
You're always in flow. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea of the time. What are we looking at time? Okay, great. So we have a few more minutes. Any more questions? And hey, Rich, my brother's on here. And thank you for joining us, Janique. I'm seeing a lot of people on who come all the time. Thank you so much. Please share this conversation. Share for people who are filmmakers. You could be in this film festival. I do have some what I call closing questions, but I probably need to go a little more before we go to that. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And Jody Ann says here, do you assist or provide consulting services with filmmakers, documentaries specifically? So what about people who are filmmakers who need help? I think that's a pretty good question.
So if they want to know how to enter a film festival or want to get some of the inside workings of, because now we have the 4 years of experience of working with filmmakers. And one of the great things about the Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival is we host the filmmakers who are accepted.
Okay.
So for those 4 days, we host you at our festival, and we provide.
What does that really mean?
We put you up your housing.
Oh, that sounds great. Hosting, really hosting.
We are really hosting. We typically provide the transportation. There are several events where you're going to be fed. So we are really celebrating the filmmakers that weekend.
Wow.
Well, as part of that, we make sure that you are networked into your filmmaking community, which the filmmakers tell us is one of their favorite parts about
to meet their counterparts. These are their colleagues.
But to meet their counterparts within a space of acceptance and coordination and a culture of just lots of warmth and love versus, I guess, what you think of as your typical Hollywood,
which would be a little more competitive,
right? So we're not a competitive festival in that sense. When we bring the filmmakers together, and we've actually had a couple of filmmakers who've gotten financing at our festival.
Good.
So it's definitely something that I would love to talk to filmmakers about and help them, again, profit from their passion.
Yes, yes. Anybody, reach out to Jerusha if you're interested in doing a film, in entering it, in your own dreams and passion. It doesn't have to be film related, right?
No.
Because someone could say, hey, I've always wanted to do a show about orchids. Right?
Exactly.
And you don't have to know anything about orchids.
I don't have to know anything. In fact, the less I know, the better. Because then I'm tapping into your passion and what you know.
Right. So you can help that person have an amazing orchid festival. Right.
I'm just providing the space, the framework for you to succeed, to be your best. And I would say, if anybody who wants to contact me, just go direct. Just, Jerusha Stewart. Jerusha at our festival email, Jerusha at bbwff.com.
Okay.
And I'm also, G, for your guest, I'm going to even throw my phone number out there.
Go ahead.
All right.
Get ready.
Get ready. Get your pens ready.
Say it slowly.
772-925-9110.
Let's do it one more time.
772
Okay.
925-9110.
So text Jerusha, maybe text her first, hey, can you talk, and then call, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or you just call her.
Just call.
Just call her. Jody, call her tonight.
I just want to jump right in. I am that person. I am so excited. When we're talking, see how the energy we get going? Imagine they're out there, shining stars. We haven't met yet. And then we meet and we get going. And it's like, wow.
I love that. Great energy. So thank you for sharing your story, all the work you're doing, your personal cell phone number, right?
It's my second time on. I feel like we're this close.
Right,
we're all this close. We're family now.
So I'm going to wrap up with what I usually do, queer conversation closing questions, but we're here, so I'm going to have different questions for you. And then I'll ask David, can you share the call for artists for Thou Art Woman? So I mentioned earlier that we're doing a visual call for artists for people who are going to be in our show in March. Please, anybody, it's really for LGBTQ, queer women and stories, LGBTQ women. The deadline is December 16th. I've been blitzing it out. Please share with other artists. Please submit your work. Okay, so are you ready?
Submit your work.
Submit your work. It's for artists. We're creating a space, beautiful space for your work. Yeah, so let's see here. Closing questions. What's your favorite film?
Wow.
Wow.
So
it doesn't have to be perfect.
No, I've decided. So here's the deal. My favorite film today, in this moment, is a film called The Push.
Okay.
And it's the story of Grant Corrigan. He suffered a traumatic accident, snowboarding accident, which changed his life and allowed him to tap into the greatness of who he is.
Wow. Okay.
It won our Audience Documentary Award at the festival this year. And the reason it's my favorite film is because Grant and his wife Shauna, the producer of the film, are going to be joining us on our second Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival at Sea Cruise.
Wow.
Next year, December 8th through the 15th on Celebrity Cruises' brand new ship, The Edge.
Wow. Wonderful. Congratulations. This is wonderful.
Yes.
Okay. So next question. Who is your favorite character in a film?
Favorite character in a film? This is going to be a little different.
That's fine.
So there was a film that I worked for 2 years to have screened at the festival called My Life as Zucchini.
Your life what?
As Zucchini.
As Zucchini.
And it's a foreign language. It was a foreign language animated film about a little boy who is named Zucchini, who's product of a broken home. His mom was an alcoholic, and he ends up in foster care. And he is such a little boy of strength and courage, and I couldn't believe how they got all the facial expressions because the film is all about tapping into your feelings and who you are.
Beautiful. So Zucchini is your favorite.
So it's my favorite.
I like that.
And it so represents the charity the film festival benefits, Suncoast Mental Health Center, because they work with children who have issues with mental health and helping them bridge those issues and get on to their passion in life.
Right.
So this was just brilliant. He's a brilliant little boy, and he shows all the other kids in the home, the way out, the way forward.
One last one. Bye. Thank you. That's when you're Facebook Live. You can do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, last question. Your life is a film. What is the title of this film? And then that's it. I know these are not easy.
Crazy. Oh no! You know what the title of the film is?
What?
The Adventures of Jerusha.
That's it. I love that. That's easy, right?
That's easy.
Yeah,
that encompasses everything I've done, doing, and will be doing.
Perfect. Great answers. Great to have you back on Queer Conversations. Love all the work you're doing. Jody Ann put her link here, and then you have her number, so you guys are going to connect. You're doing great work. Everybody, if you're LGBTQ filmmakers, English. Filmmakers. You have this energy, I have energy, but your energy has me even more. So please submit, and all filmmakers, right?
All filmmakers, submit your stories.
Everybody.
We want to hear from you.
Yes.
We love Florida filmmakers.
Yes. So congratulations, and thank you. Great to have you back.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I can't wait for Women Art Thou.
Thou art woman.
Thou art woman.
Yes, thou art woman. So thank you. Bye everyone. Thanks for joining.